In this video, I wanted to go over the WordPress site. Just want to go over a couple of things, make sure you have everything in play. So this is what your site should look like. I told you to in the last video to change the logo. You're going to have to change the phone number eventually. The phone number, you can't do anything with it right now because you're not at that point yet to change it, so don't worry about it. I do recommend maybe going through the website, changing words around, maybe changing images down here. You just want your site to look a little different from everyone else because I'm giving everyone the same exact website. Make sure that your domain name in the bottom right here is changed. I showed you how to do that. Go to the About Us page and make sure maybe change some stuff there. Maybe put your address. Take like a local UPS store little box and just make up a fake address if you don't have one. I mean, not using your house basically. It's fine. Just make it look more real. Um, no one's going to check the address, so don't worry about it. Go through your privacy policy. I showed you how to change the domain name in there. Make sure that it's your domain. Okay, so that's the website. The next thing I wanted to go over is when you log into WordPress, you're going to come to your dashboard. What I recommend doing, what I recommend doing first is you always want to update WordPress. So on the top left here, hit update. And whenever you log into your WordPress site, you always want to update it. But there are some things that I don't want you to update. On the bottom here it says themes. Anything under themes, do not update. Don't worry about that. The only thing you want to worry about updating is plugins. All right, just hit the button here. If there is anything to update, and hit update plugins and it'll update for you. Okay, that's all you have to do. All right, and then at the top of the page, when WordPress itself needs to be updated, there'll be a button to do so. All right. So right now I just updated those two plugins. What you do is hit the button that says return to plugins page, and it'll bring us back to the actual plugins page here. Okay. So these are all the plugins on this site specifically, which really should be yours. So if you go to the top and click on active, these are your active plugins. Okay. You should only have 3 active plugins. The plugin for the Beaver Builder plugin, you're not going to be able to update this unless you subscribe or buy this. So don't worry about it. You don't need to do that. All right. So again, go back to dashboard. See where it says updates. This is where you would update WordPress. So at the top here, this whole section, right now it's up to date, so it's not a big deal. You don't have to do anything, but there would be a button that says update WordPress. So update your plugins and WordPress. That's it. The couple other things I wanted to go over was if you go into Gravity Forms, you hit Forms, and then you're going to see the 2 forms. The only form you need to worry about, this is the form on your site, on your homepage, is the one that's called Homepage. The other form is called T3 Leads. There's a company called T3 Leads that if you do business with them, you're going to have to use this form, but we don't have to worry about that today. So Homepage, you click on it. All right, and I'm just going to show you a couple of things to do. So the first thing you do, all right, now the first page you're going to come to is your actual form. Okay, I know it looks a little complicated, looking at it this way, but what you want to do is make one change at the bottom where it says source. Click on the little blue section here, little blue header, and it's going to open up, and then hit advanced, and then put your domain name here. Okay, so just put your domain name instead of that one. All right. That's the one thing I want you to do. You don't really need to worry about anything in this page right now because the form is set to work. We may have to make some tweaks later, but we don't know what those tweaks are until you have your business set up. So under settings, you have 3 settings. You have the form settings, which is just I'm going to click on it. The only thing you really would do here, you can see and read for yourself what's here. There's really nothing to do here. The only thing that's you may want to do is change the form name from homepage to something else. So not a big deal. You don't need to do anything there. Under confirmations, okay, this is where leads are sent to. So remember when I showed you the form and when someone clicked on maybe a specific thing like, oh, I want credit repair services, and I took that person, I sent them to Nav. Do you remember that? Well, that's where you do that in the back end. Okay, that's all done right here. Depending on how it's set up, depends on where they go. For example, I'm going to click on credit repair. If I click on credit repair, what's going to do, it's going to say, okay, confirmation type, I'm going to say page. So I'm going to say I want to send this person to a page that's on my website. That's page. At any time, there's little question marks here. Just hover over them and it tells you what it does. So then I choose the page I want to go to. This one's called Thank You Credit for credit repair. All right. And then it says, all right, I'm going to send this person to this page if use this confirmation if any of these. The only option is any and all. You never want to choose all unless you really there might be a reason to choose all in something else, but for this it's always any of the following matches. So it says gross monthly sales is less than 6,000 a month. Gross monthly sales is startup. Time in business is purchase business. Gross monthly sales is 6 to 8 grand. If someone chooses this in the form, it's going to send them to this page. Okay. Now, if I go back to confirmations, it does that 3 times. So it does it here, it does it here, and then if it doesn't match one of these two, it automatically defaults to this one. Okay. So everybody that doesn't match these two defaults to this one. That's how it works. All right. Now, you don't really have to make any changes here, just giving you some education. The next thing where you do have to make some changes is notifications. All right, under notifications, you click on your notifications. You should have one. And what you're going to do is the first thing you're going to do in the top here, under name, put that to your name. All right, whatever name of your company is, ABC Business Loans, whatever it is, put that here. Click the enter email button. See under send to, enter email. Put your email into this box, send to email. Take your email and replace it in these 3 boxes right here, from name, from email, reply to. Below that, under subject, again, just put your company name here, and you can leave this here, all fields. And then when you're done, all the way in the bottom, hit update notification. If you want to run a test, go to your home page, right? Go here and fill out the form. You should receive the information you put in here, okay? When you hit the Get Approved Today button at the bottom. You should receive it if you did it all correctly. If you didn't do it all correctly, you're going to have an issue, all right? So that's that. So that's all I really want to go to. Just want to kind of give you a couple additional things to do. The next step beyond this is going to be your lead distribution. It's going to be the trickiest part of this whole entire thing. If you ask me, it was for me when I first did it, but obviously very necessary because you have to get the leads to your buyers. So that's the next step to do.